The glass stays still while the room leans in. Your shadow breathes where you begin. The bass walks slow, the air turns wide. I hear the storm and the fire you hide. A match unstruck, a coil of heat. The snare taps vows beneath your feet. In the night she waits, eyes open wide, to watch you guard the fire you hide. You wear your calm like a tale of truth, a seasoned grace that outgrows you. No sharpened word, no reckless swing, just silence set like a steady rain. Your hands don't twitch, your eyes don't bleed. You let the room learn what you mean. The crowd grows careful side to side. They feel the heat in the fire you hide. A cufflink shines like a practice star, a tiny signal for who you are. The organ whispers a velvet thread, a warning soft as a prayer unsaid. No fevered breath betrays your flame, no lifted chin to shout your name. But I can hear the thunder ride, a horse made quiet by the fire you hide. Ain't no preacher blessing this control. You learn to lose on what you stole. You bank the blazing iron jars. You steer by silence, not by stars. You count to 10, let pride subside. Let ash turn coal and coal abide. And when the world demands your side, you show them all the fire you had. So pour one for the men who never shout, whose steady post is all's the doubt. He laughs low, won't break the tide. He moves the night with fire he hides. It hums like steel, it warms like wine, a sovereign heat with no headline. I ain't begging fate to guide, I lead with all the fire. She finds your gaze and tests the frame, a curious spark that wants a name. You tilt your glass, refuse the chase. You let her learn the shape of grace. The bass grows thick, the chatter fades. A hush collects like midnight braids. She leans toward the darker side, drawn by the gravity you hide. You learn to fold your anger neat, to iron heat with measured beat, to close the fist without the blow, to make the stone decide to slow, to turn the fuse into a thread, to bank the flame without it dead, to let the hunger be your guide. A kept clean, righteous fire you hide. The man in the mirror lifts his brow, says, boy, I see you've learned it now. It ain't the roar that rules the room, it's how you breathe, how long you bloom. No blade to wave, no brittle pride, just heat with nowhere else to ride. He taps the glass and seems to glide. You're crowned by all the fire you hide. A murmur builds from jealous throats, a little stone that swells and floats. They test your edge, they court your name, they bait your pulse to brighter flame. You raise one hand, an inch at best, the riot crawls back in his chest. The snare resumes its faithful stride, obedient to the fire you hide. Pour one for the man who holds his ground, who slows a stone without a sound. He hums low, lets truth decide. He bends the night with fire he hides. Raise your glass to iron grace, to eyes that hush a crowded place. No roar, no blade, no careless pride, just sovereign kept, clean fire he hides. A single note becomes a road, a hush becomes the strongest code. The hammer breathes a chapel tone, the floorboards vow you're not alone. A regal thread beneath the tide, a furnace built but kept inside. The room leans in, the sparks divide. They learn to trust the fire you hide. I ain't holy, I ain't tame, I simply outgrew aimless flame. I spend my sparks where they belong. I buy my peace with measured strong. I keep my fury polished heel, a blade that never leaves the shield. And when the loud ones want a guide, I show the path by fire. Ain't no choir singing this restraint, no trumpet for the patient saint. The proof is how the lightning awaits, how even thunder hesitates. You want the key, reduce the stride, let one grow wise and heat reside. And when the world pulls either side, stand still inside the fire you hide. So pour one for the sovereign few, whose quiet tells the world what's true. He laughs low, lets time decide. He moves the dark with fire he hides. No thorn, no flare, no reckless ride, just breath and oath and temper pride. And when I fade, remember tide, my crown was in the fire. As she high, tuba scrolls their name, the trends go by for the flame. I've mass blast price for lips to slow. You prima choco with this go. Bahigues Canton Boulevard.
D minor dawn inside a quiet frame. Steam writes cursive on the window pane. Chair takes breath, floor keeps time. Kettle hums a single line. I touch the knob, the brass the same. Even if I go, the room still knows my name. I left my thunder on the porch swing rail, hung up proof like a retired tale. Kept only tools that mend and stay, an oiled hinge, a light of day. There's sawdust in the afternoon, a stray blue nail like a small old moon. Every corner keeps a gentler aim to hold a man and not his fame. I've spoken softer than I came, and when I leave, the room will say my name. Count to 4 with the ribs not pried, Let breath be the long, clear guide. If memory knocks like a neon claim, smile once and let the room say your name. The room still knows my name in wood and light and grain. It keeps my weight without a stain. It sings me home through ordinary rain. No trumpet needs to frame the lesson or the flame. I could be gone, but here remains a room that knows my name. The sink remembers how I pray, not with words but cups I made. Porcelain, patience, soap and dawn, rinsing the iron from what I'd worn. The table bears a kinder scar, where bread was split in peace, sat down. A letter folded near the jar, your hinge holds well, we keep it sound. The clock leans back, decides to stay. Time walks barefoot through the day. I stand more still, and when I came in here, the room, it peered my name. Breathe on 4, let strings lean low. Let piano leave space where meanings grow. If pride returns for a final game, pour tea, let the room say your name. The room still knows my name in wood and light and grain. It keeps my way without a stain. It sings me home through ordinary rain. No trumpet needs to frame the lesson or the flame. I could be gone, but here remains a room that knows my name. A coat on the hook with a quiet wrist, lined with apologies I almost missed. I pull it close, it warms the bone, a map to places I've outgrown. I listen for the houses I've repaired, porches breathe and hinges spared, chairs that learn to softer ground, doors that open, voices round. The neighborhood hums a gentle claim, we recognize each other's names. But if I drift beyond this street, the floorboards keep my measured feet. Count to 4 till the heart stands sure. Let quiet be strong and good be pure. If thunder begs for brighter blame, turn down the lamp, let the room speak your name. The room still knows my name in wood and light and grain. It keeps my weight without a stain. It sings me home through ordinary rain. No trumpet needs to frame the lesson or the flame. I could be gone, but here remains a room that knows my name. Bring me the locks I forced for show, I'll lower them now and let them go. Bring me the names I said too hard, I'll say them soft in the backyard. Bring me the miles I sprinted thin, I'll walk them back with broader skin. Let guitar bend once then rest, let bass keep time inside the chest. If victory wants one last acclaim, point at the chair that knows my name. Say less, stand plain, count to 4, remain. A widow's thank you on the sill, 3 words steady as a hill. Fence still stands, that's all she wrote. Enough to keep a man afloat. 2 kids outside rehearse their breaks, argue stars and second takes. Their mother laughs, the street agrees. Light rides patient on the trees. I learned to vanish from the stage, to leave a quieter, useful page. So when I go beyond this frame, the broom remembers how I came. Hold that 4-letter rim, click pray. Let mercy sign the day.
The smoke curls, soft like thoughts unsent, around the things I never meant. The whiskey sways where silence grew, between a heart and what I knew. The night hums low, my conscience sways, counting words I let decay. In the dark she sighs, she knows instead of all the words I never said. I watched her leave with her suitcase small. No tear, no fight, no final call. Her eyes said more than I ever could, and I just froze, I never should. Her hand brushed mine, her smile was kind, but the truth stayed locked inside my mind. Now every dream repeats that thread, those words I never said. The wall still hung her favorite tune. It plays slow under the bleeding moon. Her shoes still rest by the broken chair, like she might come back, still live there. I speak to ghosts who never reply, their silence louder than goodbye. The echoes speak what I misread, the words I never said. Ain't no preacher who'll forgive this kind. The sin of silence, a cage mind. You can cry loud, you can pray low, but truth don't bloom and when you don't show. The heart will ache, the tongue will stall, and pride will build your final wall. By the time you look, the love is dead, killed by words you never said. So pour one for the man who spoke too late, who watched his heaven dissipate. He laughed soft but inside's laid, with all the words he never said. They hum through night, they burn in bed, they haunt the air inside his head. He ain't seeking peace, just thread through the words he never said. I write a name in cigarette smoke, each line a wish, each breath a choke. I play a song on a rusty string, the sound of loss in everything. The radio hums the way she'd hum, soft and low before she'd come. Now
silence feels like lead, with the words I never said. I saw her once by the station light, her hair still gold, her eyes still bright. She didn't speak, but her look was plain. Some love don't die, it just remains. I opened my mouth, but time stood still. The courage froze, the heart stood still. I let her go, my soul misled by the words I never said. He just stares back, proud and small. He says, boy, your tongue's your sin. You build a cage and live within. I nod slow, I know he's right. Silence owns me every night, and the blues play soft where angels fled from the words I never said. Some nights I swear I hear her hum, the same tune where our love begun. She whispers slow, you waited too long. Now I'm the lyric, but you're the song. Her voice don't fade, it bends like time, turns guilt to verse, regret to rhyme. The stars burn low in my stead for the words I never said. Pour one for the man who can't move on, who speaks through tears till the dawn. He hums her name in shades of red, yeah, the words he never said. Raise their glass to the silent kind, who left their truth too far behind. No grace, no flame, just dread in the words he never said. So pour one for the hearts undone, that lose their truth and call it done. For every soul that walked instead of saying what they should have said. No crown, no flame, no thread, just silence keeping the dead fed. When I fade, remember it, the words I never said. I've seen love die with lips still sealed, a war of hearts where none were healed. Seen love die, land of crying still. D minor dawn on a water skin, Miss writes cursive where banks begin. Gravel listen, reeds lean slow, piano of droplets counting go. I touch the rail and feel time run. This river moves but forgets no one. I've walked beside this faithful vein, through winter glass and summer rain. It kept my secret, learned my stride, filed my anger, gentle pride.
I threw a stone when I was young, a vow that bent a stubborn tongue. The circles widened, found there's some there singing still the river's drum. I thought I left those echoes then, but water keeps what shapes a man. Count to 4 with the ribs, not pride. Let breathe be the long, clear guide. If memory begs for a brighter gun, point to the current. It forgets no one. The river forgets no one. It carries, doesn't erase. It smooths the names we called and leaves them in their place. No judgment in its running, no scoreboard in its run. It holds the world in motion. The river forgets no one. Folds a letter thin and drops it in like a trusted hymn. Fence still holds her script, confess. The water tucks it to its chest. 2 kids throw sticks and count to 4. Each choice chooses its farther shore. They cheer for the one that learns to bend. They watch the stubborn sinking end. I nod like maps that finally know you move by yielding more than go. What couldn't listen came undone, but mercy swam. It drowned no one. Breathe on 4, let strings lean low. Let piano leave space where meanings grow. If pride returns with a hurried tongue, set it to water. It forgives no one. The river forgets no one. It carries, doesn't erase. It smooths the names we carved and leaves them in their place. No judgment in its running, no scoreboard in its run. It holds the world in motion. The river forgets no one. I kept a drawer of unmailed lines, apologies stitched to winter vines. I read them here and tear them slow, like petals training grief to grow. The pages drift in softened bits, become a school of tender wits. A carp turns once, a heron bows. The river signs the gentler vows. It doesn't lift me out of pain, it teaches names for honest rain. I learned to stand where truths are spun, not to be spotless, just become. Count to 4 till the heart stands sure. Let quiet be strong and good be pure. If thunder begs for a borrowed gun, show it these banks, they shoot no one. The river forgets no one. It carries, doesn't erase. It smooths the names we carved and leaves them in their place. No judgment in its running, no scoreboard in its run. It holds the world in motion. The river forgets no one. Bring me the locks I forced for show. I'll oil them now and let them go. Bring me the names I said too hard, I'll speak them soft in the backyard. Bring me the miles I sprinted thin, I'll walk them back with broader skin. Let finger pick guitar bend once, then rest, let bass keep time inside the chest. If victory wants a neon sun, feed it bread by the river's run, because power without kindness is only one. And rivers keep the ledger, they forget no one. say less, stand plain, count to 4, remain. Across the bend, a factory wall, rust and ivy equal draw. The river eats the iron's pride, turns red to brown, then lets it slide. Even the worst, it learns to live, not to pretend, but give it drift. A bottle note inside my hand, a boy's small script, a future plan. I'll learn to fix, I'll learn to stay, I'll make the doors behave this way. I seal it back and trust the run. Some other shore will meet that sun. Hold that 4, let rim click, pray, let mercy sign the day. If history asks what we've become, point at the water, it forgets no one. The river forgets no one. It carries, doesn't erase. It smooths the names we carved and leaves them in their place. No judgment in its running, no scoreboard in its run. It holds the world in motion. The river, it forgets no one. The river forgets no one. It carries, doesn't erase. Write it in reeds and walking stones, in bridges strong and humbler homes. No brightest crown, no loud enthroned, just breathe and bread and labor grown. If I am gone and daylight runs, remember how the water hums.
The moon leans low on a crooked wire. My breath smells like smoke and tire. Another night with nothing to prove, just the echo of the man I used to move. The whiskey speaks where words can't live, a quiet sermon no priest could give. In the dark, she nods, she always forgives. I left a town that forgot my fate, chasing ghosts I could never replace. Dreams turned cold in the neon rain. Every step I took just spelled my name. She said, baby, love's a game of death, and I'm still paying what I can't forget. I light a match just to watch it fade, 'cause whiskey don't forget mistakes I made. The jukebox hums the same old lie. Promises burning while the years go by. Stranger nod says I know that pain. We toast the past and lose again. A shadow moves where a perfume stays. It's been 10 years but it smells the same. Every night I try to reset, but whiskey don't forget. No preacher waits, no choir sings, just bottles lined like wedding rings. You can pray or curse the flame, but it'll still spell out her name. Sin comes cheap, truth comes late. Heaven's locked, I missed that gate. And every sip's a cold duet, 'cause whiskey don't forget. So pour one for the man who lost his fight, still singing low through another night. He laughs soft at what he regrets, yeah. Whiskey don't forget. It hums my sorrow in a golden tone, cuts through bone straight to the soul. I ain't begging peace, just to reset, but whiskey don't forget.
smile still stings like a chord that never stops to ring. I left a name carved on a ballroom door. She left her heart on my bedroom floor. The past don't sleep, it just waits in line with an open seat and a glass of wine. I try to heal, but the blues still bet that whiskey won't forget. The road arms low, the ties confess. Every mile a wound I don't address. I chase forgiveness down dead-end streets, but mercy don't speak to men like me. I see her face in motel glass, reflected pain that just won't pass. I smile faintly, try to reset, but whiskey don't forget. The man in the mirror grins too wide. He's tired of watching me run and hide. He says, boy, the truth is a debt unpaid, and whiskey's the price that never fades. The blues ain't cruel, it's just fair. It gives you pain, cause nothing else cares. You lose your soul, your last roulette. Still, whiskey don't forget. I used to play loud for a crowded room. Now I hum slow in the shadows tune. She said I'd drown in my own regret. Now I float on a sea I can't forget. The night don't judge, it just takes its due. Each drop a story I swore was true. The flame still burns my silhouette. Whiskey don't forget. Pour one more for the ones who tried to love too hard and still got denied. For the ghosts that dance when the lights reset. Yeah, whiskey don't forget. Raise that glass to the sinner's song, where right feels right and wrong feels strong. No crown, no party, no dignity, cause whiskey don't forget. I sold my peace for a steady flame. Signed the night beneath my name. The bar's near empty, but the sound still sways. A broken prayer to better days. Each note bleeds, each silence weighs. She's gone, but a ghost still plays. And in that hush, a cold regret whiskey won't forget. I ain't holy, I ain't free, but I still keep time in minor key. If hell had a stage, I'd play it blue, cause the devil drinks the same as you. My song's a scar I can't outplay. It follows me night and day. I drink the dreams not finished yet, cause whiskey don't forget. No choir hums, no dawn redeems, just a low hum of forgotten dreams. The truth don't fade, it just resets. Whiskey don't forget. It's mercy's twin with a bitter face, a cold hand, a warm embrace. I fade, I fall, I owe that debt. Whiskey don't forget. So pour one for the silent kind who left their peace but stayed behind. For every man the world misread, yeah, whiskey don't forget. No crown, no light, no silhouette, just the smoke of a no regret. And if I'm gone, remember yet, the whiskey don't forget. Fall. Bar's been closed an hour, but the ghosts keep time. Neon hums a half-remembered rhyme. I flip my lighter like a priest flips pages. Smoke write songs that forgive old wages. Chair knows my weight, glass knows my hand. Night knows every name I used to stand. If I talk, it's to the ash and the ceiling stain. A quiet court where I plead my pain. I wasn't born mean, I learned the math. What you keep, you count, what you love, you have. A boy with pockets full of dark yard wind. A mother who passed truth thinner than skin. My father spoke little, taught me the stare. How to hold a room like it borrows your air. First deal I cut, the knife was time. I paid in patience, collected in rhyme. I gave the city something it could owe. Shelter in winter, a place to grow. But charity's a mirror that steals your face, and power is a choir you must conduct with grace. The ledger grew thicker than the church's book. Every favor a hook, every handshake a look. I kept the streets humming like a bass line vow. Never raised a gun, didn't need it somehow. But mercy wears thin when the crowd needs proof. You start adding thunder to a weathered roof. Tonight I count shadows like I count sins. Every loss a lesson, every bruise a hymn. Breathe slow, let the guilt ride low. Turn the snare to snow. If a man must break, let him break into the one he was and the one he grew. This is my black cigar confession. Smoke on my tongue, truth in compression. If I ever hurt what I meant to hold, no, I paid full price in cold. I don't ask heaven for intercession. I sign my name to my transgression. Light the night, let the ashes teach. Some prayers burn better than they breathe. There was a girl with eyes like a courtroom dawn. She saw the man I wore and what was gone. Said, love's not leather, it doesn't fit tight. I said, love is weather, I forecast night. We danced on a floor made of unspent tears. Stepped over rumors like discarded gears. I gave her my watch, she gave me her vow. Time kept moving, we never learned how. A brother in arms took the wrong left turn. Chased the quick fire, forgot the slow burn. I told him you can live on a louder street, but quiet collects what loud can't keep. He didn't listen, I buried my pride. Left a rose on a coat that couldn't decide. I pay my respects with a folded bill to the choir of names that won't sit still. And every night the trumpet asks for rain. I pour whiskey till the past goes sane. Still under the brass and the bar's dim mirror, I see a boy who wanted to be nearer. Breathe slow, let the truth unspool. Turn the mirror cruel. If a king must kneel, let him kneel to time. If forgives in prose, condemns in rhyme. This is my black cigar confession. Smoke on my tongue, truth in compression. If I ever chose war over reach, no, I learned the cost I preach. I don't ask heaven for intercession. I sign my name to my transgression. Light the night, let the ashes teach. Some prayers burn better than they breathe. The city thinks I sleep with a crown on, but crowns are chairs you sit on alone. I own nothing that can't leave by dawn. Even loyalty walks home on its own. I've forgiven once where twice would kill. I've held my fire the way saints hold will. I've dressed my anger in a dark silk coat, then left it in check room without the note. Man, call me boss like the word is safe. They don't see the ledger under my faith. Every deal is a door that takes your name. You leave lighter, but you're never the same. I bought quiet at a price too steep to tuck the city's heart in sleep. On Sundays I paid a brass to play is where I hit my test. Breathe slow, let the past sit down. Take off your borrowed crown. If a sin must speak, let it speak in tune. A D minor hymn to a ballroom moon. This is my black cigar confession. Smoke on my tongue, truth in compression. If I ever turn kindness, then know I thickened it later under skin. I don't ask heaven for intercession. I sign my name to my transgression. Light the night, let the ashes teach. Some prayers burn better than they preach. Yeah, this is my black cigar confession. Smoke on my tongue, truth in compression. If I ever broke what I swore to keep, know I lay awake while the city sleep. I won't ask heaven for intercession. I sign my name to my transgression. Light the night, let the ashes teach. Some prayers burn better than they preach. And when dawn asks who I've been, I'll answer, the man who learned to begin. Light a ship, night exhale. Rain walks home along the rails. I leave the key where the bar was. Till the motor barn will close. The car was alone. Let it end at 9. A sloth thing my word. Sit it down, go, says sleep takes possession. I lead with spoke and a clean expression.
Low light, low words, long shadow on the wall. Whiskey swims slow in the glass, like a moon that won't fall. Door creaks once, and silence takes a room. Power walks in quiet shoes and rearranges doom. I nod at the band, let the snare breathe deep. Let the bass count money while the city falls asleep. I don't beg or not for favor, I already own the town. You can hear it in the hush, the smoke holds a crown. Silk tie, gunmetal cufflinks, ash on the sleeve. Cards on the table and a trick of the week. Deal stitched in whispers sewn under the den. Every promise like a razor tucked under the skin. They talk fast, I talk less. Silence does the work while the others confess. Neon bleeds red through the blind stem veins. Outside rain writes my many son names. I keep the ledger like a rosary of sins. Click of the zipper where forgiveness begins. Slow guitar bends like a threat you don't see, and the room leans forward to breathe with me. I don't gamble what I can take by grace. A smile is a lockpick on an iron face. They bargain with fear, I bargain with time. The clock is a witness that belongs to my mind. I carve my initials in the hours last born. When the saxophone weeps, I'm already home. Cold hands, warm heart, all this come due. Every oath is a blade, watch how it moves. If you can't hold steady when the city goes dark, you'll never learn to light a fire with a spark.
I don't raise my voice
to make thunder sound.
I let the hush shake walls
from the underground.
in a room full of kings.
I straighten my gown, and every crown remembers who taught it to bow.
I don't chase a throne, I just sit one down. The room signs and papers.
When I look around, no saint, no sinner, just a promise I found. Power speaks in smoke, and the smoke holds a crown.
bitter corn in their mouth. Swallowed by the river they wanted to drown. Heard prayers get pawned for a bottle and a lie. Watched angels fold wings when the price got high. But me, I learned patience from a trigger that never had to pull. A lesson in restraint from a cup never full. The devil rents rooms on the 7th floor. I sell them quiet and I lock the door. There's a woman with eyes like a witness stand. She reads my past like a smudge on her hand. Says, baby, what breaks you makes the band. I kiss her pulse and I let time land. Street lights blink like a Morse code plea, but mercy's a ledger with limited seat. I don't forgive quick, I forgive once. Write it in ink where the paper won't flinch. If loyalty's a chain, I'm the link they trust. If betrayal's a wind, I'm the weight in the dust. Cold hands, warm heart, keep you breathing slow. Make the room come closer while you barely move. If you can't make silence do what you choose, you'll never teach thunder how to sing the blues on.
I don't raise my voice
To make thunder sound,
I let the hush shake walls
from the underground.
in a room full of kings.
I straighten my gown and every crown remembers who taught it to bow.
I don't chase the throne,
I just sit one down.
the room signs the papers.
When I look around, no saint, no sinner, just a promise I found. Power speaks in smoke, and the smoke holds a crown. Keys in a pocket, ghosts in a hall, names etched faint on the ledger's crawl. I own what I carry and I carry very light. Just a blade made of patience and a map of the night. Man with loud hands, crave a riot's cheer. I buy the silence and I sell them fear. My enemies write letters with invisible ink. By morning they discover what I made them think. I never run, roads run to me. I never beg doors, beg to be free. The piano tells the truth in a minor prayer, while the trumpet signs a treaty with the air. I'm not looking for heaven in a sinner's town. I'm building cathedrals where the lights go down. I tie to the moment, not to the crowd. And the angels, if they listen, keep their heads bowed. Cold hands, warm heart, count to 4. Let the bass be a judge and the snare be the law. If the night is a jury and the dawn is a door, you leave with the verdict that you came here for.
I don't raise my voice
To make thunder sound,
I let the hush shake walls
from the underground.
in a room full of kings.
I straighten my gown and every crown remembers who taught it to bow.
I don't chase a throne,
I just sit one down.
the room signs the papers.
When I look around, no saint, no sinner, just a promise I found. Power speaks in smoke, and the smoke holds a crown. City exhales slow, rain rubs a neon till the letters glow. I leave a tip for the night on a silver tray. Spend it on silence, I hear myself say. Band fades out, last note settles down. So out on my knees, I kiss you's the crown. Lamp hangs low like a moon in chains. Dust rides halos over wood grain veins. I pull out the chair that remembers my weight, lay down a ledger and a patient fate. Trumpet far off, rain near the panes. Tonight we dine with a table of names. Old cold secrets a church won't keep, grooves like scars where the vows ran deep. This coffee ring shaped like unclosed loops, cigarette constellations of old truths. Some names shine like a clean brass rail, some look back with a county jail pale. I trace with a finger the ones who stayed, the ones who folded the debts I paid. A city is made of the hands that lift, a mercy in pockets, a careful drift. I didn't build empires with a marching band, I built them slow with a quieter hand. The bass underfoot hums low and claims, power remembers at the table of names. Count to 4 before you speak, let the snare ride low on cheek. Ink may fade and ash may stain, but a kept old never leaves the grain. Raise a glass to the table of names, to brothers of light and sisters of flames, to the ones who ran and the ones who came, to the lost and the loyal who bled the same. If crowns are heavy and glory remains, we rest the weight on the table of names. Here's Angelo, steady as winter steel, never took more than a man could feel. Here's Rosa the saint with a gambler's eye, saved 3 boys and refused the sky. Here's Vito who lied like a choir boy's hymn, sweet on the tongue with a knife in the rim. I bought him grace on a Sunday night, sold him the truth when he asked for light. And here's a blank where a friend should be, the ghost of a promise that outlived me. Some names I whisper so they don't wake pain, some I pronounce like a gentle rain. If legacy's a ledger nobody owns, we're all signatures on borrowed bones. The organ breathes softly like old remains. I turn a page at the table of names. Count to 4, keep shoulders square, let memory sit in the head of the chair. A king is a clerk when the night explains, all power kneels at the table of names. Raise a glass to the table of names, to brothers of light and sisters of flames, to the ones who ran and the ones who came, to the lost and the loyal who bled the same. If crowns are heavy and glory remains, we rest the weight on the table of names. A waitress turned widow writes notes in the margin, small clean letters like a private pardon. She circles a day when the docks went dark, when sirens learned a funeral's large. I fold a bill under her sorrow's plate, not to erase, just to mediate. A soldier I raised from a street with no father, left his rage here and grew up farther. He learned that thunder is easy to sell, but quiet keeps a city well. Another page, ink bleeds like wine, where loyalty tilted on a crooked line. I forgave once where twice would kill. I held the door when mercy stood still. No angels here, no perfect claims, just men tuned low at the table of names. Count to 4, give grief a chair, let brass sigh soft in the open air. If truth is heavy, don't shift the frame, hold steady now at the table of names. Raise a glass to the table of names, to brothers of light and sisters of flames, to the ones who ran and the ones who came, to the lost and the loyal who bled the same. If crowns are heavy and glory remains, we rest the weight on a table of names. Bring me the ink that outlasts Bring me the hands that ease the stain. Bring me the night I should have stayed. Bring me the bill I never paid. Bring me the doors I closed too soon. Bring me the favors I called a boon. Let the guitar bend like a vow that bends. Let the organ count our better ends. If legacy's a candle, then knows our shame. We hold the flame at the table of names. Ride slow, breathe through. Say less, pay due. A trader returns as a father of two, holds out a hand like a debt that grew. He asks for work, not a pardon's kiss. I give him roots where the edges miss. Not mercy blind, not judgment wild. A safer street for a safer child. A widow brings roses for the men who fell. Says nothing, her silence rings the bell. The room takes note like a notary sky. Even the shadows forget to lie. I learned to bless without losing the blade. To ask of the storm what calmness paid. I signed 3 lines and refuse 1 war. Approve 1 truce and forgive 1 score. The pen feels warm in a colder air. Some laws you keep just because you can. Count to 4, let the pages rest. Lay your ear on the table's chest. If the past still beats and the present aims, we pause together at the table of names. Raise a glass to the table of names. To brothers of light and sisters of flames. To the ones who ran and the ones who came. To the lost and the loyal who bled the same. If crowns are heavy and glory maims, we rest the weight on a table of names. Was clean, the whiskey dry. The dawn broke soft across the sky. I swore I'd bury every sin, but the devil just smiled and walked back in. His boots made sound on my quiet floor, each echo louder than before. And the night she smirked with a knowing grin. The devil walked back in. He came with charm, with velvet tone. Said you look calm, but you're alone. I laughed and said those days are gone. He poured a drink, said you're not done. His shadow danced, the glass leaned near, whispering truths I used to hear. And though I prayed, I let him in. The devil walked back in. The bottle sang that old refrain. Each drop of memory, each taste the same. The fire rose like it never left. A sweet old wound I call my theft. He said peace is dull, but pain's divine. Let's bleed a bit between the lines. And I fooled with tired grin, said hell pour 2, let's begin. No preacher warns of comfort snare, the kind of sin that feels like air. You think you're clean, you think you won, then one small whisper and it's done. The blues don't end, they just pretend. fade a while, then come again. And I smile back without chagrin. The devil walked back in. So pour one for the man who tried to heal, who found his calm and lost the deal. He laughed slow, caught in the spin. Yeah, the devil walked back in. It hums like love, it breathes like sin, a dance too sweet to not begin. He ain't seeking peace within, 'cause the devil walked back in. We made a deal, no words, no hands, just silence where temptation stands. He said you're tired, but not done yet. You missed the burn, you missed the sweat. I nodded once, like an old friend's game. He knew my face, he knew my name. The light dimmed slow, the air turned thin, when the devil walked back in. Streams cried out beneath my hand, like a preacher lost without command. Each chord cut deep, each bend confessed, each note a scar I still possessed. He said, play me one for the sins you keep, the ones that wake you from your sleep. And I obeyed with a crooked grin, when the devil walked back in. The man in the mirror raised his glass, said you knew he'd come, he'd always last. He don't shout, he don't condemn, he just says you're still one of them. I chuckled low, said guess I am a sinner bound by his own hand. And in the smoke beneath my skin, I felt the devil walk back in. The bar lights hum, the silence breaks, the past arrives with all its aches. The taste of guilt, still bittersweet, a rhythm my heart won't delete. He said, boy, the blues ain't gone, it's you. It just sleeps until you call it through. I smile soft and raise my chin to the devil walking in. Pour one for the man who can't resist, who finds his heaven in the twist. He hums low, gives in again. Yeah, the devil walked back in. Raise your glass to the worn and wild, to every lost, corrupted child. No redemption, no amen. The devil walked back in. The night hums deep, the fire grows thin. Old temptation feels like kin. Each snow drips warm with old desire. The blues feed slow on that fire. The smoke curls tight, it feels like skin. I close my eyes and breathe him in. He grins through flame and violence. The devil walked back in. I ain't holy, I ain't pure, but I know what I can endure. Peace is quiet, but silence
organ hums low like a hallway prayer. Brass holds its breath in the chandelier. Snare taps one, an oath on the skin. Upright bass counts everywhere I've been. Men line up like shadows in a pew, hats in their hands like something they knew. Tonight we tithe in a different church, where loyalty pays and the faithful purse. They say allegiance is a velvet chain, looks like gold, tight like rain. You wear it proud till it bites your throat. You kiss the ring while you sign the note. The room knows names that the city won't speak, where strong men kneel to keep the weak. A look from me says clock's too slow. A lift of my glass says yes or no. I didn't climb shouting on a borrowed stair. I moved like smoke and made men care. I kept my rage folded out thin, saved it for days when the odds won't spin. But every covenant carries a fee, the part of you you can't set free. I ask for loyalty, nothing less, and pay it back in carefulness. Count to 4, keep the blade unseen. Let the hush stay sharp and clean. If a promise has weight, let the bones agree. Every yes costs part of me. This is the price of obedience. Gold on the wrist, ghost in the vents. You keep your word till your word keeps you. When the bill comes due, when the night turns blue, I bless my men with a steady hand. Hold their fear like a wedding band. We don't buy thunder, we lease the sky. Pay with silence and never ask why. A soldier steps forward, jaw tight, tight. Eyes like a bridge between wrong and right. Says, boss, I stood where you told me stand. Held my breath, did not raise hands. But my brother fell when I spared a fool. Mercy was warm, the world was cruel. I answered slow, you did what's mine. Obedience first, revenge in line. Your grief is a ledger I signed tonight. You'll have your due when the time turns right. He nods like a bell that refuses to ring. We both swallow iron and call it a thing. I've learned that guidance is a narrow street, where every mile rubs faith on your feet. You carry the men or you let them drown. Either way, the weight is a crown. Count to 4 while the organ moans. Let the snare write truth on bones. If duty aches like a winter bloom, hold one breath for the silent room. This is the price of obedience. Gold on the wrist, ghosts in the vents. You keep your word till your word keeps you. When the bill comes due, when the night turns blue, I bless my men with a steady hand. Hold their fear like a wedding band. We don't buy thunder, we lease the sky. Pay with silence and never ask why. There's a scripture etched on the back room door. Take orders clean or don't take more. A choir of jackets hangs and waits, elbows polished by a patient face. She slips from the shadow with chapel light. Smells like the truth in a perfect disguise. Says, tell me, King, what your crown can't hide. I say, the cost of the faith on my side. Every knot I give is a cut I keep. I send men walking and I lose my sleep. I trade my tenderness coin by coin. Make a rosary out of what I join. She touches my cuff like a chalice rim. Here's the hymn I won't let brim. His power and mercy she asks the throne. It is if the guilty walk home alone. Horn size low like a priest-grown tie. Snare brushes ash from a night rewired. Count to 4, let the verdict land. Steel in the throat, silk in the hand. If love and duty must collide, let duty walk and love abide. This is the price of obedience. Gold on the wrist, ghosts in the vents. You keep your word till your word keeps you. When the bill comes due, when the night turns blue, I bless my man with a steady hand. Hold their fear like a wedding band. We don't buy thunder, we lease the sky. Pay with silence and never ask why. Bring me the vow that outlives fear. Bring me the hour I can't engineer. Bring me the name I couldn't save. I'll carve it soft on the night I gave. Bring me the rage I locked in oak. I'll let it breathe, but not to smoke. If justice walks with measured shoes, let fate remove the nails he used. And if my law must break my heart, spare the men, I'll pay the part. Kneel to the tempo, rise to the tune. Sins are heavier before the noon. Obey the line, but mind the cost. The faithful man is never lost. This is the price of obedience. Gold on the wrist, ghosts in the vents. You keep your word till your word keeps you. When the bill comes due, when the night turns blue, I bless my man with a steady hand. Hold their fear like a wedding band. We don't buy thunder, we lease the sky. Pay with silence and never ask why. Let's crawl if I ever leave man, stay true. At shout on the bay to the dome blaze do. Where did embrace, where did them bowl? La quitte les, just name them bowl. Logan bins down to running away. Words like just know the pension blow. Snitches twin. Morning steps over the old back fence. A soft gold mercy without pretense. Dust turns holy in a patient ray. And for the first time in a long, long time, the light decides to stay. I used to hold my breath for storms, build my walls in thunder forms, kept a code for every doubt, wore it in and never out. I learned to oil my noisy doors, sweep the anger off the floors, name the tools that mend a day, and leave the rest to walk away. Now coffee warms a gentler bone, silence feel like something grown. The window writes a softer way. The light knows me and it stays. Count to 4 with the ribs, not pride. Let breathe be the long, clean guide. If yesterday knocks with a louder say, smile one step back, let daylight pray. Light learns to stay. It doesn't beg for proof. It climbs the slate of an ordinary, pours through the rooms I used to grade. No trumpet, no parade, just mercy without sway. I open both my hands and watch the light, how to stay. I walk the block with a listener's gate,
A neighbor's hinge confesses rust. We share a rag and trade in trust. Two kids chalk rings around the sun. Argue colors, call it done. Their mother laughs a working hymn. I hold the bag and breathe with them. I used to crown myself with flame, burn the evening just to name a victory no dawn could wait. Now light keeps score by staying. Breathe on four, let strings lean low. Let piano leave space where meanings grow. If pride returns for a louder play, point it to bread and let it stray. Light learns to stay.
Light learns to stay.
It doesn't beg for proof. It climbs the slate of an ordinary roof. Pours through the rooms I used to grade. No trumpet, no parade. Just mercy without sway. I open both my hands and watch the light how to stay. There's a drawer of unmailed lines, letters to bridges and winter vines. I send a few with kinda ink. I keep a few so time can think. The mirror does a gentler job, leaves out the blade, keeps in the saw. I button patience, stitch it neat, wear it where my pulse can meet. The man I was is not a ghost. He sets the table, pours the toast. We eat our peace in common clay. The living proof the light can stay. Count to four till the heart stands sure. Let quiet be strong and good be pure. If memory begs for a harsher day, I turn the lamp and let it pray. Light learns to stay. It doesn't beg for proof. It climbs the slate of an ordinary roof. Pours through the rooms I used to grade. No trumpet, no parade. Just mercy without sway. I open both my hands and watch the light learn how to stay. Bring me the locks I force for show. I'll oil them now and let them go. Bring me the names I said too sharp. I'll speak them soft, teach night to heart. Bring me the miles I sprinted thin. I'll walk them back with broader skin. Let slide guitar bend once, then rest. Let bass keep time inside the chest. If victory wants a neon sign, give it supper, salt and thyme. If power asks what is for today, to keep the light and let it stay. Say less, stand plain. Count to four, remain. A letter arrives with a thank you hand. About that gate you came to mend. I fold the note the quiet way, a small receipt for a brighter day. The mailbox hums a copper cord. The porch boards nod like they're restored. I sweep the dust, I spare the bees. I leave the clover for their ease. The sky puts silver on the lane, and even shadows lose their strain. They're only proof of what life says. I'm here, I'm warm, I'll stay. Hold that four, let the snare lie low. Let the organ breathe and the strings say go. If glory turns with a borrowed play, offer a chair, then fade to day. Light learns to stay. It doesn't beg for proof. It climbs the slate of an ordinary roof. Pours through the rooms I used to grade. No trumpet, no parade. Just mercy without sway. I open both my hands and watch the light learn how to stay. I sit with dusk like an old good friend. words we saved, the hours we gave to the unenslaved. I phone the man I used to fear. We trade our names and drop a year. No ledger speaks, no tally calls, just space enough for mercy's walls. And when I hang the gentler line, I feel the color turn from wine to wheat to bread to daily grace. The light keeps finding my face.
Evening eyes, gold on the roads, then seem. Wind falls quiet like a bedtime dream. Gravel counts soft under shoes that know. Piano of birds playing low, 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 low. I don't hurry, there's nothing to flee. The last light falls in step with me. I learned my name in stranger tongues, paid old debts with quieter lungs, turned down parades that stain the street, chose work that leaves a kind of heat. I bargained once with a thunder's feet, now I tip the dusk with simplicity. The city behind me lowers its hands, lets go the noise, keeps honest plans. I used to brand my mercy loud, now it walks through an ordinary crowd. No witnesses, no stage to see, just breathe in the last light next to me. Count to 4 with the ribs, not pride. Let the breath be the long, clean guide. If memory calls for a brighter plea, answer with footsteps, small and free. The last light walks beside me, long shadows keeping pace. No crown required to guide me, no master hold my face. I'm done with louder proving, I keep what I can be. Dusk comes low and kindly, the last light walks with me. Fences leaning like elderly friends, trading the weather, predicting ends. A child chalks planets on the lane, spins a ring around her name. Her mother lifts a grocery bag, I catch the strap before it sags. No sermon there, no debts to weigh, just hip and hand and human day. Across the field a dog recalls a whistle stitched in evening calls. He trots back home uncomplicated, proof that peace can be translated. I thank the years for letting me see how small acts widen what will be. Breathe on forward while the slide notes lean. Let the bass say home, soft and clean. If pride returns with a megaphone plea, turn the volume down to C. The last light walks beside me, long shadows keeping pace. No crown required to guide me, no master hold my face. I'm done with loud approving, I keep what I can be. Dusk comes low and kindly, the last light walks with me. There's a bridge of iron over a patient stream, a mirror where I loan my dream. I drop 2 coins, one for grief, one for relief. The taught belief circles wide and then forget. Forgiveness keeps the water wet. I read my face the way we should, enough to know not to be understood. I am my work, the
doors I oil, the weeds I pull from common soil. If legacy asks for a brighter key, I hand it hinges that swing quietly. Count to 4, let the strings inhale, let the trumpet glow like a faithful trail. If yesterday begs for authority, offer a chair, then let it be. The last light walks beside me, long shadows keeping pace. No crown required to guide me, no master hold my face. I'm done with loud approving, I keep what I can be. Dusk comes low and kindly, the last light walks with me. Bring me the locks I force for show, I'll oil them now and let them go. Bring me the names I said too hard, I'll speak them soft in a clean backyard. Bring me the steps I marched in vain, I'll walk them home in evening rain. Let's slide guitar band once and rest, let bass keep time inside the chest. If victory asks for a neon flame, point it to sucker, bread and name. Say less, stand plain, count to 4, remain. Mailbox yawns like a sleepy friend, holds a bill, a note, and the working end. The note says thanks in a sprawling hand for fixing a hinge they couldn't stand. I smile the way a quiet man smiles, folds the paper in quarter miles. There's wealth in chores that no one sees, floors that welcome, roofs that ease. I sweep the walk of a neighbor's place, leave my name off, leave only space. I'll learn to earn with gentler tools, humble metals, softer rules. The last light nods in warm decree, you've done enough, come home with me. Breathe on 4, let the lamppost bloom, let evening tidy the living room. If rumor looks for the old marquee, point it to dishes, tea and free. The last light walks beside me, long shadows keeping pace. No crown required to guide me, no master hold my face. I'm done with louder proving, I keep what I can be. Dusk comes low and kindly, our stair walks with show. The last light walks beside me, long shadows keeping pace. No crown required to guide me, no master hold my face. I'm done with
The lamp still glows where her shadow stays. The sheets remember every vow we made. The air still hums a name in smoke. Each breath I take feels half broke. The room's too small for the truth I hide. The clock ticks slow, takes love's side. And the night, she knows the bed don't lie. I kept her voice in a drawer of dreams, between the laughter and the screams. Her touch still burns on my left hand, a ghost that time don't understand. The whiskey whispers, let her go, but I drink slow, I already know. She left the room but stayed inside, 'cause the bed don't lie.
hair still caught on a cotton thread. Her scent still sleeps where my heart once split. Every morning feels like crime. The sunlight hurts, it steals my time. The coffee's cold, the cup still waits, like the heart that love negates. The truth sits here unamplified. The bed don't lie. Ain't no preacher need to tell my sin. Her ghost still crawls beneath my skin. I built these walls, but they still speak, whispering her name each lonely week. No hymn can drown the way she sighed. No cross can wash the tears I hide. And when the dark begins to slide, the bed don't. I sleep on one half, the other's hers. Like two worlds split by whispered words. Her pillow sinks like memories wait, still warm with everything I hate. The window hums her tune again. I breathe her in and curse her name. No truth left here to justify. 'Cause the bed don't lie. I found a note beneath the frame. It didn't say much, just signed a name. No love, you know I'll be fine. Just silence carved between the lines. The ink was dry, the words were true. She said, you'll know what I can tell you. Now every night I ask her why. But the bed don't lie. The man in the mirror looks back slow. Says you reap the seed you let her sow. Tired, calm, just like me, living in a space where ghosts still breathe. He don't judge, he just recalls every palm scratched on these walls. And he says low like a lullaby. The bed don't lie. I used to laugh when the rain would fall. I just wait for her to call. Her voice comes soft through thunder's hum. Love ain't dead, it's just gone numb. Each tear I hide feels justified. Each silence sounds like her goodbye. No preacher left to sanctify. 'Cause the bed don't lie. She's gone, he hums her name to the ceiling side. Yeah, the bed don't lie. Raise your glass to the ghost of touch, to
falls low, the blues stay long. The sheets remember her final song. I reach for her shadow, it slips through, just like every prayer I try to do. Each note I play, the silence replies. Each chord confesses, each echo cries. And in the hush I testify. The bed don't lie. I ain't holy, I ain't free, but a ghost still keeps time with me. If heaven's soft, she ain't that kind. She lives in the corners of my mind. I see her smile where the curtains fall. The sin so sweet it forgives it all. And though the night pretends to die, the bed don't lie. Ain't no choir to sing our tune, just the hum of lost beneath the moon. She's
Counter's cold, cup gone thin, steam left early won't come again. Neon blinks like a tired hymn, door sighs once then forgives the wind. Sun edges in with a hesitant nod. I drink with ghosts and quiet gods. I used to wake with a siren's plan, chasing a storm like a younger man. Now I count spoons in a vacant inn, silver that learned how to listen within. The clock clicks minutes off the wall, a gentle thief who knows it all. I learned to hold what doesn't bruise, to keep one truth and let others lose. The street outside ties up its hair, morning's braid on an honest stare. I stir the cup though the warmth is gone, habit that believes the dawn. Count to four with the ribs, not pride. Let breath decide what words won't ride. If thunder asks for a second shot, tell it not today, I'm better soft. Cold coffee and quiet gods, that's breakfast for the scarred and odd. No choir needed, no king's facade, just a chair that holds my flawed. I lift the cup to the day I've got, to every fire I chose not. There's a photo curled on the bulletin cork, a younger grin with a rusted fork. He thought the world was a door to force. I taught him hinges in the patient course. I used to love like a smuggled flame, too bright to hold, too quick to name. Now love is water in a steady jar, tastes like distance, drinks like star. A sparrow pecks at the window's doubt, small brave heart on a crosstown route. It looks like truth without applause, a perfect rule with kinda laws. Breathe on forward till the bass says stay, let the snare brush sweep away. If yesterday knocks with its louder frauds, serve it cold coffee and quiet gods. Cold coffee and quiet gods. I eat my peace in smaller odds, where thunder begged, I'm counting sod seeds. I planted flaws and claws. I bless the hours the city trods, and sip with ghosts and quiet gods. The waitress writes mercy on a receipt line, be well in ink like a slow design. She says my name like she stores the sound, a coin that comes back double round. I tip her truth, not
pity's grin for the night she's paid in noise and sin. We share a nod that could feed a town, a humble yes that sets cups down. Outside a bus exhales its dread, men board softer than what they said. I used to measure by who knelt fast, now I measure by who lets past. Count to 4, let the piano wait, one note hanging like a held out gate. If pride returns with a metal rod, bend it back with quiet gods. Cold coffee and quiet gods, sermon and steam that memory lost. No miracle here, no stacked applause, just decent breath and gentler claws. If grace is real, it minds the saws where roots drink deep with quiet gods. Bring me the letters I never sent, bring me the vows I kept in rent. Bring me the locks that learned my hand, bring me the miles that didn't demand. Let the guitar bend where courage heals, let the bass speak truths the mouth conceals. If peace is priced in smaller ways, I'll pay in pauses and honest days. Say less, mean more, hold breath, count 4. Yesterday's news wrings out the ink for softer views. He nods at me like a weathered oath, with strangers sworn to the same slow growth. 2 kids trade marbles near the door, big as planets on a cleaner floor. They share, they argue, then split the sky. Tiny treaties that learn how to try. I taste the bitter that won't turn sweet, a lesson poured where grief and meat. Cold coffee's honest, it doesn't pretend, it stays what it is till the very end. Breathe on 4, let the window glow, let morning shine where the thin lights go. If rage requests its crimson rods, I answer flat, I'm with the gods. Cold coffee and quiet gods, I lay my wars in uncut sods. No crown to polish, no iron prods, just steady hands and softer odds. If legacy asks for polished nods, I'll point to steam and quiet gods. There's a church across from the grocery store, spills hymns and coupons under the door. A mother counts change with a prayer's brave math, chooses milk and keeps her path. I've bought 1,000 thunder crowds, but mercy taught me better maps. Now when a line divides my mind, I draw a bridge and leave it kind. The ghosts that used to own my lungs hum a lower, humbler tongue. They're not gone, we've made a truce. They watch me choose what I refuse. Hold that 4 till the heart beats clean. Let strings silo like evergreen. If the night returns with brass applause, I pour it down for quiet gods. Cold coffee and quiet God, breakfast with the honest squads. I toast to every softer clause, to measured wins and better frauds. If feathered wares and sinking sighs, terribly young and quiet gods. 3 sadequat den middags to every bitch that on.
Clock calls 12, the bottle breathes slow. A shadow moves where the lost men go. There's a silence deep enough to drown, and a voice inside saying, boy, don't turn around. The Smoke curls like memory in a slow parade. Each breath a story I never made. In the night she listens, but don't forget. I walk through smoke and a dozen lies, the kind that dance behind tired eyes. A little half burned, a promise half kept. I drink with the ghosts I ain't buried yet. Every truth I held turned to sand, slipping through the cracks of my callous hand. The city hums a hymn of sin and flame. Still, midnight knows my name. The jukebox hums a forgotten tune. It bleeds through walls like a silver wound, and every note reminds me again how easy we fall, how slow we mend. I see faces in the whiskey glass, flickers of a time I let slip past. The sound of footsteps fades the same, but midnight still whispers my name. Ain't no preacher in this town tonight, only shadows that flicker under neon light. You can pray all day, but pain still stays. It learns your voice and calls your name. It lingers soft like perfume's ache. A love you couldn't fix, a heart you break. And when the world forgets your claim, midnight remembers just the same. So pour one for the man who won't be saved, for the fighter smiling at the empty grave. He laughs low with a taste of shame. Yeah, midnight knows my name. She owns my sins in a velvet tone, each note cut deep into the bone. I ain't seeking glory, just a flame, 'cause midnight knows my name. Lipstick stains on a folded bill, and a scent of danger that lingers still. Every memory costs the same. A little blood, a little blame. The bar light flickers like her eyes did once, gentle but sharp as a loaded gun. If love's a crime, I took the blame. Now midnight calls my name. I chased the wind through motel doors, found nothing but silence and slamming floors. Somewhere between mercy and pride, I learned to breathe where hope had died.
runs deep in veins of rust, turns every promise into dust. You keep your soul, but lose the game, and midnight knows your name. I used to write dreams on a torn receipt. Now they fade like the dust beneath my feet. She said love's a gun with a velvet aim. Now I carry your words like a scar in a flame. The wind outside plays a hollow chord. My silence louder than any word. The dark feels kind, the pain feels tame, 'cause midnight knows my name. Sing strong for the broken truth in the rain. Midnight knows, yeah, she knows my name. Raise the glass, let the ashes fall. Every sinner's rise begins with a call. No crown, no kingdom, just the same. And midnight knows my name.
Bass exhales like a sleeping flame. The room leans closer, hear my name. A silver curl of smoke takes turn. I wet my lips on the gentle burn. The clock keeps time and velvet clicks. The snare suggests the pulse is fixed. And the night she nods, prepared to learn how power moves in a gentle burn. I keep my heat behind the eyes, a quiet truth that never lies. No spark to boast, no torch to wait, just slow fire other men crave. My shoes write maps across the floor. My breath unlocks a waiting door. The air grows soft, the edges turn. The room is mine by gentle burn. Perfume slips along the bar, a comet sent from where we are. I tilt the glass, the bass agrees. The organ hums like summer breeze. No rush to chase, no need to prove. I let the silence make the move. One heartbeat more, the doubts adjourn. She draws to me by gentle burn. Ain't no preacher teach this art, to pace the flame and guard the heart. You bank the coals, you slow the turn. You win the night in how you burn. No sudden flash, no reckless churn, just patience fed to what you yearn. And when the nerves begin to yearn, you lift the lid of gentle burn. So pour one for the men who never rush, who stir the room with breath and hush.
He laughs low, lets embers turn. He owns the night by gentle burn. It hums like silk, it glows like wine. It draws the soul on its own time. I ain't begging fate to learn. I warm the dark with gentle burn. She finds my gaze and holds it light. Not quite a dare, not quite a fight. Her smile arrives the way he does, a slow reveal the body loves. I trace the rim of crystal glass, let moments breathe and let them pass. Her hand lifts once, our rhythms turn. We talk in code of gentle burn. I learned to bank the blaze within, to keep the edges smooth and thin, to aim desire like a bow, to make it sing but never show. A whisper here, a measured glance, a shifting weight, a smaller stance, while others flare and then they churn. I hold the line in gentle burn. The man in the mirror tips his head, says, boy, you feed what should be fed. You don't ignite what should be earned. You let the lesson come unspurned. No fury trick, no brittle turn, just proof in how the embers burn. He taps the glass, the truth returns. Control is heat, the body learns. The band sinks low to clear the lane. The snare's a whisper on the grain. The kicker hard beneath the floor invites the soul to want for more. A slide guitar like satin thread stitches hush to what I said. The light goes warm, the corners churn. They lean toward the gentle burn. Pour one for the man who knows his heat, who keeps it close and makes it sweet. He hums low, lets embers turn. He rules the room by gentle burn. Raise your glass to the patient flame, to steady hands that never claim. No violent spark, no savage turn, just sovereign calm and gentle burn. A single note becomes a vow, a soft come here without a sound. The rhythm opens like a door, the heat invites, not shouts for more. A hush collects on every face, desire guided set in place. The groove unbuttons line by line, the burn grows gentle by design. I ain't holy, I ain't tame, I simply mastered how to aim. I let the warning find its shape, I keep the blaze inside the drape. I know the cost of fire's wild, they leave the heart a wayward child. But here I stand where lessons turn.
Door shut soft like a verdict done. Dust closed gold where the low lights run. No clock ticks, no brass too loud. He's breathing bass beneath the shroud. Whiskey hums, rules no tongue can name, and silence wears a tailored frame. One nod, one glance, the whole room bends. Power begins where volume ends. Men chase thunder till they lose their feet, but quiet crowns never taste defeat. I build my throne with folded noise, train my hands to handle poise. Every sigh's a contract sign, every step a boundary line. They speak in a rush, I move in wait. Patience, my slowest state. The map on the wall bleeds in shade, every block a promise paid. I rule by pulse, by pace, by tune, by the rhythm of the silent room. Count to 4 before you speak. Let your breath dress iron sleek. Truth is a blade that hides its bloom. That's the first law of the silent room. These are the laws of the silent room. No shout, no glare, no borrowed boom. Stillness comes where anger fumes, and kings are crowned in the silent room. If thunder's needed, sell it soon. Buy your peace from the hush of the room. Rule 1, don't trade time for pride. Keep patience sharp, wear it inside. Rule 2, forgive once, not twice. Mercy cheap is mercy's vice. Rule 3, never speak to fill the space. Let silence show your face. Rule 4, if rage must not feed it, calm changes. Rule 5, loyalty sings best unheard. Sat across, smoke in her hair, eyes like riddles that knew I'd stare. Tell me, boss, what buys your calm? Time, I said in a steady palm. She smiled, a spark that begged for flame. I smiled back, but kept the aim. Do your laws forgive? She sighed. Once I said and never lied. As fell slow, verdict divine. Silence spoke, the world aligned. Breathe in, fall, hold the floor. Let the snare hum what truth swore. If words can kill, then peace can groom. That's the creed of the silent room. These are the laws of the silent room. No shout, no glare, no borrowed boom. Stillness cuts where anger fumes, and kings are crowned in the silent room. Bring me oaths that don't need sound. Bring me grace that walks unbound. Let brass sigh slow like a sinner's tune. Let the strings confess to the moon. If power must breathe
it should breathe a light, cool and constant through the night. You don't win wars, you let them fade. That's how a dynasty's made. Patience counts coins, no bank can wait. Collects respect, the loud repay. Silence ain't empty, it's earned. Every pause is something learned. A boy once came with a light of mend, voice too quick, knees that bend. Boss, he said, I talk too proud. I said, then learn to speak out loud. Only when your heart's in tune, else you pay with ruin soon. He nodded slow, his fear went thin, and left a man instead of sin. The woman smiled, glass half low. Your peace, she said, still bleeds control. I said control's not cold, it's kind. It saves what chaos leaves behind. We share the quiet like a prayer. Each sip a lesson, stripped and bare. Count to 4, don't break the chain. Let rhythm wash away the pain. If thunder's proud, then quiet's groom. Bow your head to the silent room. These are the laws of the silent room. No shout, no glare, no borrowed boom. Stillness cuts where anger fumes, and kings are crowned in the silent room. If thunder's needed, sell it soon. Buy your peace from the hush of the room. The floorboards hum like a hidden vein, a silver pulse beneath a grain. The lights lean low, the room holds still. I count my breath, I tune my will. A watch clicks time against my skin. The night inhales and lets me in. And the dark, she smiles, she knows its walls. A crown that beats and silver poles. I walk like thunder wrapped in cloth, a quiet oath, a tempered froth. My shadow folds along the wall. I don't need height to stand up tall. The baseline knocks, the glasses stay. I pay in patience, not in sway. The room pivots on my pulse. Silver steady, never false. Cufflinks glint like midnight vows. I keep my calm, the world allows. A leather chair, a whisper seat. The groove obeys my measured feet. No fever pitch, no frantic boast. Just heat that moves from coast to coast. I speak in breath, the crowd consults. Writing law in silver pulse. Ain't no preacher teaching this restraint. You earn this nerve by what you ain't. Don't chase the noise, don't beg the thrill. Let power rise in quiet skill. It climbs the spine, it finds the walls. It turns your doubts to dwindled salts. And when the world demands results, you answer with a silver pulse. So pour one for the kings who never shout, who let their rhythm take the doubt. He laughs low, keeps perfect waltz. He wears his crown in silver pulse. It hums like steel
it sways like silk, a slow burn storm in satin milk. I ain't asking fate for bolts, I move the night by a silver post. The band lays back to let me breathe. The snare's a whisper under sleeve. The organ sighs a smoky thread. The lights draw halos round my head. No empire built by louder hands outlasts a man who understands. A leader bends the air he holds with timing sharp as minted gold. I learned to take the longer path, to split the storm in halves of math. I spilled my rage, then kept the coal. I feed it slow, it feeds my soul. A smile so slight it barely moves, a nod that tells the city's grooves. Relax your fists, release the jolts, let strength arrive in silver pulse. The man in the mirror lifts his chin, says, boy, you found the calm within. It ain't the roar that rules the room, it's when your silence shapes its tune. No blade required, no bargain rage. You turn the page, then set the stage. He taps my wrist, I hear the waltz. The watch keeps time in silver post. She entered slow, a comet's curve, with eyes that test a man's reserve. I tilt my glass, I do not chase. Control is how the strong embrace. The bass grows warm, the chatter fades. The air commits to cleaner grades. She reads the stillness that exalts a quiet crown in silver pulse. Pour one for the man who doesn't rush, whose greatest weapon is his hush. He hums low, keeps steady waltz. He crowns the night with silver pulse. Raise a glass to the iron calmed eyes that soothe instead of harm. No storm to spark, no blame to dose, just sovereign heat in silver pulse. Becomes a road, a hush becomes the richest code. The Hammond's breath like velvet smoke, the snare's a metronomic spoke. I lay a palm upon the oak, the lacquer mirrors what I spoke. The room leans in, the fire molts. We sail by a star of silver pole. I just outgrew the frantic game. I pace my heat, conserve the burn, let lesser tempers twist and churn. When greed arrives to take its cut, I pour it out and close the shut. A simple nod, a door that bolts. I'll move the world by silver pulse. Ain't no choir singing for my name, no trumpet flare to gild the frame. The proof is how the chaos slows, how even thunder learns repose. A leader's gift is when he halts the room with nothing but his waltz. You want the key, reduce the jolts, and listen for the silver pulse. So pour one for the sovereign few, whose cadence tells the night what's true. He laughs low, lets moments waltz. He wears his crown in silver pulse. No throne required, no gilded vaults, just breathing time without defaults. And when I fade, recall the waltz, a crown that beat in silver pulse. I've seen plows reel to something fair, then break like glass and pull to air. I've seen stoves tie up pull to press, and riots fall to temple stairs. The night forgives the ones who low, the days the fire blowing so. Sure I turn the brace, release the jolt till leave my name in silver pulse.
and don't lie, it tells the truth. A trust misplaced and wasted youth. The night don't talk, she just observes how love can twist what it deserves. The air feels thick with sweet denial, the kind that hides a knife behind the smile. In the dark, she nods, she's seen this trial. She spoke like wine, I drank too fast, believed each word would surely last. Her eyes a mirror too kind to read, her lips a prayer I didn't heed. Every promise came wrapped in silk, soft as mercy, sharp as guilt. And though she swore to stay a while, there was a knife behind her smile. The truth don't scream, it just appears between two lies and quiet tears. I found a scent on a stranger's skin, felt my heartbeat cave within. The bed felt cold, though the night was warm. The storm outside became her phone. The silence left, I lost my style. To the night, to her smile. No preacher preaches this kind of sin, when love cuts deep and bleeds within. You can't confess what's half your blame, you just drink down the taste of shame. The mirror shows what I can't deny, a man too proud to even cry. And though forgiveness walks a mile, it lives behind that smile. So pour one for the fool who believed her eyes, who thought that heaven don't disguise. He laughs low, he hurts in style, 'cause there's a knife behind the smile. It glows like faith, it feels like sin, cuts from the heart, not from the skin. I ain't seeking truth or trial, just a knife behind the smile. I burned her letters in the sink, watched love turn smoke before I blink. Each word curled soft and turned to ash, like time erasing every flash. Her name still hums when I close my eyes, a ghost that no goodbye denies. And though I've walked 1,000 miles, I still feel the knife behind her smile. I caught my face in the window stare, a broken man pretending care. I lied to friends, said I moved on, but pain plays slow, it ain't gone. The blues don't heal, it just refines, turns wounds to rhythm, tears to lines. And though I play it cool a while, it bleeds, that knife behind her smile. The man in the mirror speaks too plain, says, boy, you fed the fire with blame. He don't sneer, he don't accuse, he just counts the debts I choose. He says, she ain't cruel, she's just the truth. You loved her edge, not her proof.
And in that hush of self-denial, he points to the knife behind the smile. I saw her once by the riverside. She turned away but didn't hide. Her silence said more than I could bear. Her calm was colder than the air. She smiled soft and looked away. I swear that grin still cuts today. No mercy left to reconcile. Just that knife behind the smile. Pour one for the man who learned too late that love and pain share the same fate. He hums low, he bleeds in style, 'cause there's a knife behind the smile. Raise your glass to the ones who trust, to every heart that turns to dust. No glory left, no trial, just the knife behind the smile. The night hums low, the truth breathes deep. Every promise I made won't sleep. I strum the wound, I taste the rain, playing a name through every pain. Each note I bend bleeds pure and vile. It sings that knife behind her smile. And when the smoke fills all the aisle, I still feel the knife behind her smile. The wind still hums through the broken blinds, a soft reminder of changing times. The glass half full, the fight half done. The war I waged, I finally won. The smoke don't cling, it drifts away, like all the debts I used to pay. In the dark, she smiles, she keeps the score, but the night don't owe me anymore. I chase the dawn with bloodshot eyes, trying to bury what truth implies. Each dream I lost, I call it fate. Each sin I loved, I dressed as great. I walk through storms, I beg for pain, just to feel alive again. Now the fire's out, the whiskey's poured, but the night don't owe me anymore. The jukebox hums a tired refrain, a song I played to drown the pain. The barmaid nods, she knows my face. She's seen regret in every case. The stool still creaks beneath my weight, a ghost of pride, a twist of fate. But the chair don't judge, the floor don't mourn.
and the night don't owe me anymore. Ain't no preacher left to save my kind, just the echo of peace I find. You can fight the dark, but it never dies. It just waits beneath your sighs. The blues don't cure, it just forgives. For every fool who still relives. I took my last, I closed that door. The night don't own me anymore. So pour one for the man who found his peace when the noise fell down and the doubt ceased. He laughs low, calm to the core. Yeah, the night don't know him anymore. It hums like mercy, soft and slow, a quiet truth he's come to know. He ain't seeking fight or war, 'cause the night don't know him anymore. Her photo's cracked but still looks kind. The love's long gone but not declined. I talk to her like she's still near, tell her what I couldn't clear. Her smile don't fade, it just forgives. A shade that knows how silence lives. I used to bleed for what she wore. Now the night don't know me anymore.
I learned that loss ain't always pain. Sometimes it's just the end of rain. The sun still sets, the soul still mends. You learn that peace don't mean it ends. I burned my guilt, I kept the scar, a map to show me who we are. And though I've sinned, my spirit's sore. The night don't owe me anymore. The man in the mirror don't talk tonight. He just nods once under pale light. He don't accuse, he don't forgive. He just shows the way I live. He says, boy, the fight's been long, but every wrong wrote you a song. And I smile back the same as before, 'cause the night don't owe me anymore. My heart don't race like it used to do. It beats slow, quiet, clean and true. The blues still play, but soft refined, like a scar that learned to stay behind. I hum along, no pain, no score, just rhythm born from what I swore. The ghost still knocks, I don't implore. The night don't owe me anymore. Pour one for the man who walked away from every ghost that begged to stay. He hums low like paint's no more. Yeah, the night don't owe him anymore. It breathes like truth through open air. No guilt, no pride, just being there. I fade, I smile, I restore. The night don't hold me anymore. So pour one for the quiet kind, who left their sorrow far behind. For the men who learn what hearts are for. Yeah, the night don't owe them anymore.
No crying, no fleeing, no lure, just stillness one metaphor. But when I faint, I'm sure the night don't own me anymore. I see the fire fall in that flame. I see men die but still retain. I see love fade, be peace with lane. They'll start a fume after rain, and I forget. Ain't no mercy in a diamond shine, because it's deep as a bottle of time. The suit still fits, the soul does not. Every win I made came with a cost. The silence hums where the crowd once screamed. The mirror's honest, cruel and mean. In the night, she knows what I've become. I walk through rooms lined with smoking glass, shook hands with ghosts who never laughed. They smile wide but their eyes were cold. Each deal I made, another piece I sold. My pocket's heavy, my heart gone thin. You can't buy peace when you trade your skin. And though I sleep on silken foam, gold don't keep you warm. The table's full but the chair feels bare. Laughter fades into empty air. Every toast just burns my throat. Every friend another note. I build my castle out of ash. Watch the years go up in cash. The taste of winning feels like storm, 'cause gold don't keep you warm. No preacher ever told this truth, that sin wears a tailored suit. The blues don't care how you climb, it waits in every glass of wine. The higher you sit, the colder the flame, the richer the lie, the sharper the pain. And when the noise fades to form, gold don't keep you warm. So pour one for the man who took it all, built his name just to watch it fall. He laughs low, still dressed in charm, but gold don't keep you warm. It shines like sin, it hums like shame. Another crown without a name. I ain't searching peace, just calm, 'cause gold don't keep you warm. I walk the halls where my echoes stay. Each step a debt I failed to pay. The walls remember what I ignore. That comfort's cheap, but soul's worth more. A voice still haunts the marble floor. She said you won, but what for? And I just stare through the golden storm. Gold don't keep you warm. The phone still rings, but I let it die. I got no truth left to justify. The parties fade, the faces change. Every cheer just feels the same. I used to think the night was kind. Now she just reads my state of mind. The liquor burns where pride was born, 'cause gold don't keep you warm. The man in the mirror smirks again, says you traded love for a house of sin. He's dressed sharp, but he bleeds inside. A king with nothing left to hide. The ink on my hands won't wash away. It's a price I pay to play this way. Every promise I bent, every norm. Still gold don't keep you warm. She used to hum when the rain came down. Now just hear the city sound. The
Perfume lingers on the stairs, it goes too real to unaware. I tried to pray, but I've gone too far. The blues don't answer to who you are. Each memory burns your silence torn. Gold don't keep you warm. Pour one for the man who don't belong, whose crown weighs heavy, whose nights are long. He still hums low through the storm. Yeah, gold don't keep you warm. Raise a glass to the sins we buy, to every truth we let go by. No kingdom left to transform. Gold don't keep you warm. The blues don't fade when the lights turn down. It sleeps in silk, it wears your crown. Each note I play feels less like art, more like confession from the heart. I chase a piece I can't perform, 'cause gold don't keep you warm. And in that hush beneath the storm, gold don't keep you warm. I ain't holy, I ain't free, but I still play a minor key. If heaven's rich, I'll take the street with truth and silence always meet. My shoes are clean, my soul is not still chasing meaning. I forgot the night forgives, the day deformed. Gold don't keep you warm. Ain't no choir to sing my tune, just a hum of gold under the moon. It don't cry, it don't reform. Gold don't keep you warm. Is a lover cold and unaware? I fade, I fall, I lose my form. Gold don't keep you warm. So pour one for the hollow kind, who lost their soul but kept their shine. For the men who traded truth for charm. Yeah, gold don't keep you warm. No light, no grace, no calms. There goes playing the same old song. And if I fade, remember my form. Gold don't keep you warm. I've seen kings bang back broken late, but just no cross gon' break again. I've seen novas leave the sweetest bears, and damn bell we should stairs, and never use the dick of form. The whole goes known to the deal we own. So there's no clone that final form, 'cause gold don't keep you warm.
Tailor's chalk like moonlight on coal, tape around my ribs, measuring toe. Silk takes breath, buttons take bone. Mirror keeps secrets, I won't atone. Horn sighs low, piano writes ash. Bass counts debts I refuse to stash. I smile like a verdict stitched within. Step into evening in a suit made of sin. I bubble like a river where whispers swim. Cufflinks clink soft like a chapel hymn. I press my past till the creases obey. Steamed out the tremor, taught doubt to stay. Every pocket holds a quiet law. Every seam knows what mercy saw. I don't wear thunder, I hem the storm. Laid to rest in a measured form. There's perfume in the hall that remembers a war. Footsteps that know what forgiveness is for. I walk through rooms that lean to hear. Watch courage slow, dance with fear. This isn't gold, it's a tailored debt, threaded with names I won't forget. If elegance is armor, I'm armor thin. glam, but the cut is perfect on a suit made of sin. Count to 4, keep breath inside, hide the bruise where the pearls reside. If truth must show, let the lights go dim. I'll say it's softer in a suit made of sin. That I wear my quiet like a crown that burns, fit by the lessons no saint returns. If grace is a fabric that won't give in, I stitch my name in a suit made of sin. No thunder needed, no borrowed grin. I rule the room in a suit made of sin. When love wants proof and fate wants skin, I pay in silence with a suit made of sin. A tailor once told me, stand like you swear. I learned to vow with the weight I wear. Wool takes shape like a patient lie. Shape it too long and the truth runs dry. There's a woman whose eyes unbutton the night. She knows a zipper between wrong and right. She says, does that fabric forgive your hands? I say it forgives nothing, only understands. I pocketed rage like a folded tie. Took it out seldom, let most go by. The city keeps track with a ledger of seams. Invoices printed in unlit dreams. I sign with a nod, I pay with a glance. I dance with danger in a lawful stamp. You think it's glamour, but look again. It's discipline draped in a suit made of sin. Count to 4, let the snare draw near. Teach your pulse to disappear. If sorrow asks where I've been, tell it measure in a suit made of sin. I wear my quiet like a crown that burns, fit by the lessons no saint returns. If grace is a fabric that I won't give in, I stitch my name in a suit made of sin. No thunder needed, no borrowed grin. I rule the room in a suit made of sin. When love wants proof and fate wants skin, I pay in silence with a suit made of sin. My tailor's chalk traced the cost of pride, marked where the boy in me went to hide. Pinned the shoulders built from nights when I held back flames and turned off lights. Hemmed the memories to ankle length so I don't trip over borrowed strength. Pressed a crease into second chances so they fall sharp in slow romance. There's a press on thin beneath the chest for names I couldn't keep at rest. I carry their echoes like hidden thread. Pull too hard, it breaks instead. So I tug with care, I wear with grace. I let the stitch hold time and place. If virtue's velvet and vice is skin, I'm somewhere honest in a suit made of sin. Count to 4, let the brass confess. Breathe through linen, admit the mess. When judgment knocks, don't let it in. Make it wait outside my suit made of sin. I wear my quiet like a crown that burns, fit by the lessons no saint returns. If grace is a fabric that I won't give in, I stitch my name in a suit made of sin. No thunder needed, no borrowed grin. I rule the room in a suit made of sin. When love wants proof and fate wants skin, I pay in silence with a suit made of sin. Bring me the boat I couldn't afford, cloth of regret that the past has stored. Bring me the thimble that saved my hands when rage tore holes in gentler plans. Bring me the needle that mends with time, thread it with mercy, stitch it in rhyme. If power's a pattern cut on bone, let tailors of patience mark it alone. I'll base my fury in unpicked pain, press it flat with a midnight rain. And if the fit asks blood to win, I'll bleed discreetly through a suit made of sin. No applause, no brighter gin, just breath and cloth and the man within. I wear my quiet like a crown that burns, fit by the lessons no saint returns. If grace is a fabric that I won't give in, I stitch my name in a suit made of sin. No thunder needed, no borrowed grin. I rule the room in a suit made of sin. When love wants proof and fate wants skin, I pay in silence with a suit made of sin. Write it in brass, write it all screwed. I could unlearn Rome in a suit made of sin. I take my spot at a rosy beat, all the gone dark up in a suit made of sin. Chalk cloud.
Streetlight flickers like a tie-dye. Wind files papers in the midnight sky. One step, two step, echoes keep score. My shadow walks ahead to check the door. No throne tonight, no jury to tame. Just me and a road that remembers my name. I learned to travel with a smaller flame, to warm my hands without calling fame. Pocket the thunder, lease the rain. Spend my silence like I'm buying pain. The buildings nod the way old men do. They know the years and the rent come due. I don't ask mercy to change his mind. I just walk straighter and pay on time. It's true that only the pavement tells, in the seams of the city where patience dwells. My heartbeat counts like a warm bass drum. Fall to the soul till the fears go numb. I don't need choir, I don't need crown. I'll polish my footsteps and put them down. Count to 4 with the ribs, not the tongue. Let the breath hold steady where the song began young. If the night wants secrets, let the night refrain. The road already knows my name. The road remembers my name. Every mile, every vow I couldn't explain. It holds my weight without complaint, turns my rage to a thinner paint. I walk without banners of blame, and still the road remembers my name. I used to measure worth by noise, by how fast men turned into boys. Now I measure by what I spare. Who gets to keep their little share? The river under bridges hums a hymn for late and lonesome ones. It sings of bargains I didn't take, of a softer hand I learned to make. No entourage, no last man, just a pocket watch and a steady hand. I keep the hour like a borrowed tune, let patience gather like a later moon. If history knocks with a bleeding fist, I open the window and let out the mist. Breathe on the floor, let the snare brush slow, let the string pad bloom and then let go. If pride asks loud to be renamed, tell it the road remembers my name. The road remembers my name. Every scar I turned into aim. It doesn't praise, it doesn't blame. It just holds stride when the world plays games. I give the night my simplest claim. I'm here, I'm home, and the road knows my name. a diner with a stubborn light, a bell that rings like it forgives the night. The waitress pours mercy in a chip blue cup, says, "You look like someone who keeps getting up." I laugh the way a quiet man laughs, short and true with the edges half. I tip the jar for the prayer she keeps, for the janitor's gospel and the cook who weeps. We don't trade testimonies, we trade the air. A little more honest, a little less glare. Then back to the sidewalk's honest frame. It nods again, it knows my name. Hold that four, let the piano blink. One note hanging on the edge, I think. If memory begs me to play its game, I wave and walk, the road knows my name. The road remembers my name. When love was a fever and I learned to abstain, when anger was copper on a lightning chain, when losses were teachers I had to entertain. I didn't win, I learned to remain, that's enough. The road remembers my name. Bring me the miles I wore too fast. Bring me the hours that chose to last. Bring me the letters I never sent, the anger I folded till it went. Let the guitar bend where the breath won't go. Let the bass say yes when the doubts say no. If purpose is simple, it sounds like this: a footstep that doesn't need applause to exist. Breathe. Count to 4. Leave what you can't retrieve. I pass a church with a crooked sign. It whispers grace to the unaligned. I don't go in, but I understand. Some doors you honor by staying a man. Across the street a pawn shop sleeps, dreaming of rings and the hands they keep. I used to trade tomorrow for a sharper crown. Now I trade perfection for laying it down. There's a widow watering a hanging fern. She waves like someone who had to learn how to love the world that took her world. I tip the brim and the flags unfurl. D minor moon in a narrow frame. It paints my coat and spells my name. Slow and low, let the strings exhale. Let the trumpet whisper like a faithful trail. If fate requests a loud acclaim, I sign with quiet, the road knows my name. The road remembers my name. In the plot lines I refuse to flame, in the doors I open without a claim, in the boys who gotta walk home the same. No medal required, no public acclaim, just this: the road remembers my name. The road remembers my name. Through every silence I learned to frame, through every storm I chose to tame, through every mercy I let remain. Write it in asphalt, write it in rain. I walk, I breathe, I'm still the same. No witness needed, no trumpet flame. I'm home wherever the road knows my name. Streetlight blinks and settles true. Wind files nothing.
Streetlight spills like a silver confession across the pavement where the wind keeps score. I measure my calm in the length of my shadow and count out the promises I can't ignore. Window blinks, the city turns its shoulder. I keep my collar up against the cold. Silence is heavy, but it doesn't break me. It chisels my will into iron and gold. There's a rusted gate that sings when I pass it, like a memory learning how to breathe. I could chase ghosts till the morning forgives me, but I've learned what stays and what needs to leave. There's a map in the cracks of the sidewalk, a secret compass under my feet. Every turn writes a vow in the gravel. Walk with patience, never retreat. Oh. Drips from the awning, spilling stories I rarely tell. I keep my words like coins in a pocket, spend only where silence won't do as well. Old mistakes sit quiet on benches, tipping hats as I wander by. They're not friends, but they know my posture. Back straight, jaw easy, eyes on the sky. I used to run where the rumors were louder, hunting thunder just to test my name. Now I sip slow from the cup of the evening, let the bitterness teach me a different flame. The alley breeze, a harmonica distant, the tone of a promise I'm learning to keep. I'm not lost, I'm exacting my choosing. Where I sow is where I'll reap. And the night asks softly, who do you carry? I answer only the man I'm meant to be. If the road is narrow, let it be narrow. My stride is steady, my hands walk free. I walk alone but not lonely. I got a mirror for a friend and a shadow for a guide. D minor on my tongue, heart slow and holy. Every step a quiet oath I sign inside. I don't shout for the world to know me. I let the rhythm of my boots declare my creed. I walk alone, but not lonely. A planted seed becoming what I need. Key in the curve of the moonlight, it turns in the lock of my ribs. Patience hums like a low burn fire, feeding muscle to my fibs. I used to swear by the crowded tables, cards and smoke and restless deals. Now I trade in hours and focus, stacking bricks, no room of steals. The river speaks under iron bridges, cold and clear with measured grace. It tells me, hold your center, traveler, win the inside, you'll win the race. A passing train writes sparks on the darkness, Morse code for a stubborn heart. I read it true, keep walking softly. Every master was once apart. And the dawn sits waiting behind the warehouses, a thin pale blade that will cut me clean. If I bleed today, let it be old doubt, let courage fill the space between. I walk alone but not lonely. I got a mirror for a friend and a shadow for a guide. D minor on my tongue, heart slow and holy. Every step a quiet oath I sign inside. I don't shout for the world to know me. I let the rhythm of my boots declare my creed. I walk alone, but not lonely. A planted seed becoming what I need. Whispers on brick, the city remembers all the versions of me that try to impress. One by one I fold them and file them, thank them kindly, then lay them to rest. Slide it to our sides like a door near closing, but I'm the hinge that refuses to rust. I am the keeper of small, sure choices. Stone by stone I build my trust. thunder comes, I won't chase it. Let the storm announce itself. I've got weather in my marrow and a compass on the shelf. Reach is nothing without ground, and grace means power with a leash. I set the table for my hunger, serve it discipline for each. I walk alone but not lonely. I've got a mirror for a friend and a shadow for a guide. D minor on my tongue, heart slow and holy. Every step a quiet oath I sign inside. I don't shout for the world to know me. I let the rhythm of my boots declare my creed. I walk alone but not lonely. A planet seed becoming what I need. I walk alone but not lonely. Not empty, full of quiet speed. Streetlight fades, the vinyl crackle widens. I count my steps, then let them go. Where I'm headed doesn't need a witness, only a promise kept low and slow. Fade on the river of breath, fade on the ink of the road. I walk alone, but not lonely, becoming the man I already know. Window open to a D minor sky. Curtains slow dance with a faithful sigh. Kettle forgets to sing on time. Room holds still like a patient rhyme. I sit with nothing under my teeth and hear the place where silence learns to breathe. I used to fear the soundless floor, rush my soul through every door, fill the quiet with pilot lights, kept alarms to warm my nights. But clocks get tired of saving face, and thunder stumbles out of place. The day I put my armor down, the room exhaled without a sound. A chair said stay, the lamp said live, the sink said wash what you can't forgive. I listened soft to the air beneath the gentle ride, where silence learns to breathe. Count to 4 with the ribs, not pride. Let breathe be the long, clear guide. If memory knocks with a harsher wreath, open the door where silence learns to breathe. Where silence learns to breathe. It isn't empty, it's alive. It keeps a pulse you hardly see. It helps your better names arrive. No neon crown, no crowded creed, just steady light, where silence learns to breathe. Street hums low like a kindly drum. A moth writes cursive on the sun. The calendar loses all its teeth. Every task finds gentler sheath. I pour the coffee slower now. Let steam translate a quieter vow. A neighbor waves with a mended sleeve, says fence holds better if you leave. A little room for wood to swell. I nod, my heart has learned the spell. Give distance space, give sorrow sheep. You'll hear it change.
when silence learns to breathe. Breathe on full, let strings lean low, let piano leave space where meanings grow. If pride returns with a frantic plea, point at the chair, sit down, just be. Where silence learns to breathe, it isn't empty, it's alive. It keeps a pulse you hardly see. It helps your better names arrive. No neon crown, no crowded creed, just steady light. Where silence learns to breathe. I keep a drawer of unmailed lines, apologies stitched to winter vines. Some I send with softer ink, some I shelve so time can think. The mirror does a kinder job, leaves out the blade, keeps in the saw. I set my jaw to rest, not roll. Let mercy take the sharper tool. The house remembers how I've grown, teaches me rooms I thought I owned. They own me back with quiet teeth, they choose the pace. Where silence learns to breathe. Count to 4 till the heart stands sure. Let quiet be strong and good be pure. If thunder begs for headline read, turn off the page, let silence learns to breathe. Where silence learns to breathe, it isn't empty, it's alive. It keeps a pulse you hardly see. It helps your better names arrive. No neon crown, no crowded creed, just steady light. Where silence learns to breathe. Bring me the locks I forced for show, I'll oil them now and let them go. Bring me the names I said too hard, I'll speak them soft in the backyard. Bring me the steps I marched in vain, I'll walk them home in evening rain. Let guitar bend once and rest, let bass keep time inside the chest. If victory wants a brighter sheet, I'll feed it bread. Where silence breathes, say less, stand plain. Count to 4, remain. A widow waters her porch fern slow, hums a hymn the old bells know. We trade a nod across the street, a treaty sealed without a sheet. No sermon, no heroic claim, just breathe that spells a truer name. The dog lies down between our feet, the day grows soft, the hours sweet. I learned to love the quiet's teeth, how gentle bites teach lungs to breathe. Hold that for, let the rim click fade, let mercy harvest what time has made. If history calls with a restless wreath, answer with work and cleaner breath. Where silence learns to breathe, it isn't empty, it is alive. It keeps a pulse you hardly see. It helps your better names arrive. No neon crown, no crowded creed, just steady light. Where silence learns to breathe. Night puts amber on the kitchen tile, kettle takes its time a while. I close the door of unmarried